Training Systems, welcome back. Beautiful mock bar again, wonderful Laura. Today we've got two exercises, one mobility, one stretch, both to help us with our end position in our squat. So first, Laura's going to be taking the kettlebell, and we're going to show you how a fantastic way in which we can open up the adductor, work on a bit of that old scar tissue we have, and also release the deep hamstring. We'll discuss why this is a bit better than your typical foam roll. And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to go into a bit of a test, which turns into a fantastic stretch, which really allows us to open this posterior lateral portion of our capsule that is often mistaken for really a tight ankle when it comes to our end range of motion in a squat. Alright, so we've got Laura in her first position, which is where the handle from the kettlebell is going to be focusing right on the inside portion of her groin. So what we're going to have her do is you can go ahead and start the exercise that you know it. She can start in a comfortable position here where she just starts using the handle to basically massage the inside of that groin. And if she wants, she can also set the right hand down, which then gives her a bit more support here, where it's a much easier position to roll, and it takes some of the pressure off. So as she starts to do this, she's basically just looking for the painful areas. Luckily in her, she really doesn't have any. When I do this, my leg catches on fire. So what she can do here is she can really search that deep area of the groin, but then if she doesn't really find so much, she can also then, you can move a bit away, and you can have it start going a bit down. So then again, she can search a little bit lower of the portion of this adductor. So again, she's just going to roll around, she's going to search for some painful areas, and when she finds that painful area, that's where she's going to stay and work. If she doesn't find anything there, or when she is done working on the adductor, she can then move to the high hamstring. So why don't you go to your second position, which the handle is now going to really get close to that hamstring butt insertion area, if you will. And now she can have both hands on the ground, balancing herself in this position, because that allows her to really adjust how much of her body weight she wants going basically into this handle, because this can get very painful. And Laura, do you feel any of these, or are both of yours pretty good?
No, I don't feel any.
Okay, that's fantastic, because when we do these at home, you're going to notice quite quickly, especially the men, when we get into our adductors, because we're missing so much of our range of motion there, that this can really start to get painful. So take it slow and take it easy, but this is a fantastic mobility exercise to open us up for our next stretch. So now we're going to go into the stretch. So Laura, let's go ahead and have you sit in the position here where your left leg will be at 90 degrees. The right one is going to come on top. But we're going to keep it to where the ankle is locked into the leg bone so that ankle can't bend. A lot of people, you can show them the mistake they usually make. Sit in this position where we get a big stretch on the ankle, but that's not the goal we're going for here. So we're going to move her up in this position, and we're going to see the ability for her to drop her knee down to your foot. So Laura, again, is quite good at this one, so let's go ahead and see how low that can go. Okay, so as we see here, that keeps, I'm going to adjust this a bit, her foot in a straight position, in line with her leg, and as she lowers down, we have two possibilities here. We can see what the tightness would look like in mine, as mine does not want to drop very low at all. We can set our hands back, and we can basically push our hip forward, so we feel this a bit in the hip capsule. And after we stretch it there, we can then come forward, and Laura, you can grab your leg here and then your other foot, and you can try to straighten your spine by raising your chest and basically pushing your butt out. And in this position, you're going to start feeling different areas that get a bit tight. If you've had a previous ankle injury, you can even feel some stretching within your ankle or in the mid portion of your leg. This is very normal from the scar tissue that we get from a sprained ankle. And we're just going to kind of hold the position here. We can rock and we can move a little bit. We can find different angles because we really just want to open that hip up, because what that will then allow as we do it is that's going to help that end position and that squat that we're trying to sit. So again, from the mobility to the stretch, I would suggest 10 minutes in total, about 5 minutes with the kettlebell, and about 5 minutes playing with these positions here. And just see how it feels. If it starts to hurt a bit, it's okay. Don't make it too bad. Take a break and see how it feels a few minutes later, because many times that fascia just wants to wind up and cause a bit of a cramp. So Laura, again, thank you. Fantastic mobility. I'm a bit jealous. And as always, guys, gtsgermany.com, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, everything you can imagine. Until next week, thank wonderful Laura.
Thank you.
And guys, next week, ciao.